Hello, and thank you for joining us again. This is episode 2 of the Ecto Garage. I want to thank everybody who's actually joined and followed us on YouTube and Facebook. We had quite a good response, which I'm quite happy with, but thank you. This is a little bit of a sort of a thank you, really, for people that have joined, and also hopefully it's going to help out quite a few people who have problems with their sirens on their cars. A lot of people have tried to come up with ideas, but I've not really seen much by way of videos and ideas to get around it. A lot of people seem to use the Feniex siren, which is quite expensive. It's just like £200 to £300 for just a siren, just to give you one sound, and that seems quite an expensive route to me to go down. If you want to go that way, it's great. If you want to go that way, simple, it's effective, but I wanted more options as well, so this is what I've gone with. I've purchased a Make It Cool 12 channel switch panel. This is a remote panel, so it comes away from the mount, so you can carry it around, move it around if you decide to walk around with it away from the vehicle and then set the vehicle off from a distance, which I thought was a good idea. So I've purchased this. This isn't too bad. It works out between £60 to £80 roughly, depending on how many channels you want. You can get an 8 channel, or you can get a 12 channel. It gives you options for Android to activate it. This is just literally, I didn't want anything. You could have an Android, a little remote, and then a static system. This is just completely RF, so it's independent. Goes up to, I think, is a 120, 160 foot away from the vehicle, which is a considerable amount of distance if you want to walk away from the car and then set it off remotely for the speakers, sounds, or whatever you want to set up for it. So that's what I've got. Started out with this. I've set this up to a simple 12 volt through AA batteries, just to show you how it works, and I put a couple of lights attached to it, but there'll be multiple things on here, and I'm going to quickly take you through that. So this has got to be connected. You pair it with the system, turn this on, power up. You can go through different colors on the RGB, change the brightness on it, turn it down, turn it up. You can change this on, depending on how your setup is. You can set this to on-off switches. You can turn it to temporary press, momentary switches, or you can set this up for strobing. So it will set any light to strobe. I've put the strobes on there, so you don't have to set it up for strobe, because they're strobe lights. But to give you an idea of how this works, I've set those up, which are going to be the front grille lights. So I'll just quickly show you that just temporarily. Channel 3 sets off my front strobes on the front, as you can see, quite bright. Turn them off, and now this brings us to the sound system. So I purchased a 12 volt SD card soundboard. You've got adjustable volume on there, and the DP switches, you can change it to do what you need it to do, whether it can cut into the next audio track, whether you want it to loop, etc., etc. But I'll go through that. So I've set up a simple speaker. This will go through a PA system, so it will be louder than what it is here, but this is quite loud anyway for what it is. So this is set up on channel 4. This will be I've set out for 6 switches. This specific board will do 9 channels, nine switches. And again, this is relatively cheap. It's I think around about £6 to £8 for the sound, the actual board. You can set up a light, so when on the dash I'll have a light when these are working, so I know that they're working. You'll hear them anyway, but you'll see it's actually activated. You've got your speaker and your power goes through to the main battery. The battery I'm going to have is going to be on a leisure battery, so there'll be an isolator, so I haven't got to worry about running down my main battery. I've got to find an isolator set up for leisure battery system. I'm going to have a look into that and see what I want to buy. If you want to sponsor the channel and you want to sort of get some, sponsor it, I'm happy if you want to give me a leisure battery set up, and I'll test it and show exactly how it works. But that's the next thing to look at. Everything will go on this. I'll have my radio, I'll have the CB, I'll have the PA, the rotary lights, spotlights, etc. So back to this. I've got on the first channel, which is, get this right, that one, channel 1. These will be on toggle switches rather than press switches on the dash. This one will do the siren. I want to turn it on. There you go, powered up. That'll go for 1.5 minutes, I believe it is, and then go into the siren rundown. I've also got the second switch, which is the cut-in for the siren rundown. The next one is the Ecto-1A siren. There's no cutout on that. It will do a certain amount of time and shut off. If you want to press that and you want to cut it off, you'll just turn off your second switch on here. So if I do that, I'll only do it shortly because it's quite loud. And then switch that off back on. Next one's the Whaler. Again, cut out, or you can use the Ecto-1 siren as a cutout. But again, I didn't want to put a separate switch in just to turn it all off because I could do it off the main panel. The next two are, which are in red at the moment. The first one is the TV advertisement for Ghostbusters from Ghostbusters 1. Then it goes for a short pause, and then it goes into the TV and radio montage from Ghostbusters 1, and then the TV advertisement for Ghostbusters 2. I'll quickly click on that temporarily. Oh, turn that on, that'd help.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night?
Do you experience feelings of dread in your...
Again, that just goes on, and then once it's done that whole set, it will stop, and then that's it. So it won't keep on looping. The next one, again, turn that on, is about 8 tracks, Ghostbusters, Save the Day, numerous other tracks, which will just play till the end of that whole set, and then stop. You can change the volume on this, which is here, and again, I'll turn that up slightly. Again, quite loud. I'd have that down low, and because it's going for a PA system, it will be better sound quality because it's low on here, high on the other. And again, you can program as much as you want on the SD card, depending on the size of the SD card. Again, I'm going to put these toggle switches because I think they look better on the dash. It'll be more in keeping with the time period. So again, as a setup, quite cheap in comparison to just the Feniex, and then you've got to buy all the additional parts anyway. So I'm hoping this helps you. And again, running everything together, the rotary lights and everything else, this should be a good setup. And work quite well. I have got another one of these, which is going to be set up for a radio channel, which I've already got on there. The radio channel, I've edited a load of stuff from the game, the Ghostbusters game, and the film, and it's radio chatter that's different stuff that I've put together and edited. So I've got constant radio chatter for about 22 minutes running through the MT700 base unit, but I'll come on to that at a later date in the car. I think I'm done with this. Good luck with everything. I put some links into the places that I purchased if that helps you. If you've got any questions, put it in the comments and I'll come back to you. And now we'll move on to more stuff that I've been doing in the front of the car. So onto the car. We've already taken the paneling off on the inside. So all the trim we've taken off, as you can see. That was all white. And that's been sprayed with a textured black material. It's like a coal type effect. This has already come off. I've just placed that in there temporarily. It's in the speaker grill to give you a rough idea. I've already started to sand down the purple area on the dash. As you can see, we've got 4 little holes here. They're for my little mini puffs that are going to be, have already been bolted and been taken out. So they're going to be on the dash, which would be quite cool. This part of the metal here is been sanded as red already. That's going to be the textured metal black, same as here on both sides. I've already taken out some of the dash sections. This here was a resiny type material, but as you can see, it's already broken in numerous places. So that's been taken off. And I'm going to put steel plating across here with my switches, which I've already mentioned on the last part of the video. So other parts have been taken out. Again, this is all going to be sprayed and filled because I've got lots of little holes and stuff in the dash. Steering wheel's been taken off. That's been resprayed. At the moment, I'm just filling that because it's got some cracks in it. So that's got to be resprayed. That's going to be a gloss type finish. The column's going to be the same as the dash, but the gear selector is going to be like a gloss. The same with the steering wheel and the same with the sidebars. As you can see, there's already black carpet on the side walls and the same on the doors. So what I'm going to do is the carpet underneath, once the seat comes out, that's going to be black carpet wise. Again, the dash can be really black, and then I'm gonna spray paint the green on the side panels of the doors, and I think I'm gonna get black slip cover for the front seat. So once that's all done, it should look a lot better. As you can see, I've had to cut out part of this because it's broken anyway. So I'm going to cut some of this out, and then once edge this off nicely, clean around the speedo will stay there, the arch section, but then the metal plaque will be on there for the lights, the speedometer, and the mileage gauge. So that'll be a steel plate. I think I'm going to line that probably with a padded vinyl, so give it a nice look. All these switches and the back sections are still silver. I'm going to leave that. I'll touch that and clean them up a little bit. Also, this section here where you can see there's a hole on the side there, that was clearly where the dash section was broken. They'd screwed it home to keep it attached, and so a lot of this is glued rather than bolted in, which it should be just bolted in, unclip and take out, but that wasn't the case. I don't know what I'm going to do with this section because at the moment I'm going to fit a spotlight on the front wing. So I'm going to have my handle there, so I'm probably going to have to cut a section out there to have the adjuster and use the front spot as you expect from the original. So that's where we're at the moment. That's the Motorola radio for the MT. There you can see that hollowed out. That other speaker section I talked about, that soundboard, is in here. This will all light up with 12 volts from the speaker. So this will light up, and this is mounted under here. The CB radio section will be under here as well. That will all power up, and it's actually working in the front section. Again, textured. This is magnified. I put magnets in, and there'll be a speaker mounted in there. So that gives you a rough idea. I've also got the glove box was falling apart, so that's been taken out. They make a new glove box for the normal stereo, etc. inside there. But yeah, you're getting an idea of where we're going. Look, Stay Puffs, really puffs from a happy face and a mean face. So that's the rough idea of where we're going with it. I'll keep you updated as I go along with more updates as we go, piece by piece. I'd like to again thank everybody who liked and subscribed to the pages. Please do that because it's going to be interesting. I'm going to chuck some stuff in that I'm sure that people can use, ideas, etc. But we'll see you in the next episode.